morning, this is Art Johnson, and this is another session of Coffee with My Friends. Here I am sitting in my home office this morning. Coffee with my friends. Let's identify who my friends are. I don't have a lot of friends, but I have enough. There's about 4 or 5 people that I bump into regularly at Starbucks, and usually on Fridays. We'll kind of all gather together on Friday morning and just visit. There's Jim and Jim, there's Grant and Mike, and then there's Roberta. So let's talk about Roberta first. Roberta, I've known for a number of years, even before I moved out to this section of Phoenix, the Peoria area where I live right now. I lived in Goodyear, Arizona, which is several miles south of here. And I lived there for a long period of time. And that's when I actually met Roberta and Bert, her husband, at a Starbucks over in Goodyear, Arizona. And coincidentally, we both wound up moving to this part of town. Now, Bert's passed on. Roberta's living by herself in Sun City West. And about this time of year, I think, she's got a place back in Wisconsin, out in the sticks, a little cabin that she lives in the summer, gets out of the Arizona heat, and she's near a little lake there, she's got a boat, so she'll spend, and then she's got some relatives that live in the Chicago area, I believe, that come up, yes, Chicago area, that come up and visit her. She visits them too in the Chicago area, so it's a nice deal for her to head on back there and enjoy the cooler weather and get a little fishing in. So Roberta, I think, she might still be here, but if she is, I'm sure she's got plans to head back to Wisconsin. And then I have Mike Colicaro. I've only known him for the last year or so. He's originally from the Pacific Northwest, where I'm from. He is a retired school teacher. I think he spends a good part of his. Now, come to think of it, I think he's got a place in Flagstaff. So he'll be going up to Flagstaff to spend to cool off for the summer. He lives in Sun City West also. And then there's Jim 1 and Jim 2. Jim Robson also has a place in Flagstaff. He rents it out though, and I don't think he's only gonna get a couple of months up in Flagstaff. Maybe he'll head up there next month or the end of May even, and spend June and July up there. We'll see. He's part of my coffee clutch. And then there's Jim 2, which is Jim Wall. And I don't know what he's gonna do in the summer. Last summer he did spend quite a bit of time back in New York. He's originally from I think the Buffalo area. I might be deserted at Starbucks, even though I am deserted at Starbucks because it's not open. Enough so's. Since I do record this, I get to listen to all my ahs and ums and so's, and it's just really disgusting. I'm going to try and work on that. I almost said, so I'm going to try and work on that. I actually belong to Toastmasters, which is a club in which you practice your public speaking skills. And they write down how often you say on, but when you give a prepared speech, you're much less likely to say on, and when you do this thing off the cuff where you're just having coffee with your friends, you do a lot of the ahs and ums and so's, at least I do. And my plan is to use this as a tool to cut down on those. But as you can tell, people desert the Phoenix area in the summer. I don't. I only have one home, and that's here in Peoria, Arizona. So I'm still having coffee with my friends, and you know what? I can have coffee with them when they're in Idaho or Wisconsin or wherever the hell they are, because I'm doing this online and they can check in. In fact, that's a thought. We might be able to do like some kind of a Zoom meeting. We all get together. If in different places. Yeah, I'll think about that. So here I am. I'm going to check off right now. And we'll have some other things to talk about.